Tayyaba Begum Lipi's COVID experience is reflected through these works of sculptural forms created with simple household objects, which she was forced to look at during the lockdown phase and reflect on their sculptural forms. This magnificent paper cart, which represents the vegetal forms perhaps of a mythical forest, is the work of artist Anandita Bhattacharya. She is here with us to talk a little about this work.
So this work is basically about the politics of food, essentially about how the act of eating and also not eating can be used as a political protest. Also the unethical practices around the production of food and how what we eat and what we do not eat has come into question in recent times.
Soma, what are we seeing in these paintings?
In pandemic time, that time is everybody's panic, and I saw this in it is in grocery shop, and I saw that they are maintain social distance through rain pipe.
अंजन, इस काम के बारे में थोड़ा सा बताइए.
इस काम पे आप देख रहे हैं कि एक ऊपर चिल्लाता हुआ मुंह का तस्वीर है जिसमें ये लेबर क्लास जो माइग्रेंट लेबर है उनका भूख है. हाँ, और इसके अंदर एक सांप है जो वातावरण का टॉक्सिकनेस है. इनका दिमाग जो है वो स्टेबल नहीं है, काफ़ी बोझ पड़ रहा है इनके ऊपर. ये ग्रुप ऑफ हैंड्स है कि इनके समाज जो वर्किंग क्लास समाज है उनका एक यूनिटी है, उसको रिप्रेजेंट करता है कि अकेले माइग्रेंट ये नहीं है, बहुत सारे माइग्रेंट लेबर है.
Very new take on Banaras by a very, very senior artist, Paresh Mehti. Is this Kashi corridor, Pareshda? Is this the Banaras of you or the Banaras of the Prime Minister's vision?
This is Banaras of me, my interpretation, and this is the metaphor of this world famous place, Varanasi. The spirit of that unique place I have combined in this circular painting because life is ultimately a goal, zero.
US based artist Khalil Chisti uses Persian calligraphy cut into iron sheets to create 3D calligraphic art forms. This one, he has made a very, very witty and a sarcastic comment on the idea of political power in the subcontinent. Ironically titled, the work is titled Servant, but it shows a figure sitting on a throne with a crown on his head. Incidentally, servant can also be translated as Pradhan Sevak. This is a wonderful work of artist Shivani Agarwal, who has created this metaphorical iron. Shivani, what does this represent?
This iron is actually made out of teak wood, and the work is called The Creases Are Iron, and it has these little letters written here, sort of pasted here. And this talks about all the things we have to iron out every day out of our systems, out of our minds, like ego, like there's so many damages that happen to our brain. So this kind of represents that.
These very, very sensitive yet very interesting and witty works by artist Shilpa Gupta are a portrayal of the streets during the COVID lockdown. What she does is takes pictures of the lockdown in the streets and prints them only as frames, enclosing the void, the whiteness, the emptiness in the frames. And what you do is you imagine the desolation by seeing the whiteness and complete the picture in your head. So what's new at the art fair? It is the display, the first ever display of NFTs, non-fungible tokens or digital art that is only on screens, and it is owned through a certification on the blockchain network. How different it is from the wallpaper on your computer screens? Time and valuation will answer. This is an analog sculpture inviting you to a tactile hug. Titled Cameraman, it is made with archival photographs in frames, made of aperture rings and a box camera as its eyes. We look at an art installation made by artist Ayesha Singh and Abhimanyu Dalal, where they have, etched out, carved letters of various Indian scripts, current and forgotten, Words from Arabic, Brahmi, Devanagari, Bodo, Khasi, English, and many other tribal scripts. Old languages disappearing, new codes forming. This is also happening at the art fair. Bandeep Singh for India Today.